Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. Welcome. I hope some of you can join me. It's actually a really nice, refreshing day. It's soft rain out there today. What a lovely, refreshing feel when you go out and it's still warm. So I hope some of you can join me. I've got my Aquarius cup today. This is my star sign, of course, and it's nice and warm. It's lovely. So someone's just joined me. Whoever it is, come and say hi, and I shall send you a nice Nan hug for a Monday. Set you up for the week. So say hi on here, and of course I'll send you hugs. Oh, it's Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Oh, lovely Charlie. Lots of love to you, my darling. Hope you're having a good day so far. It is Monday. Mondays are my favourite days, so I hope you're having a good day. And Annie's here as well. Oh, that's lovely. And Annie, the other Annie. Yes, we've got lots of Annies today. Lovely. Oh, okay, we might have a hat trick soon. My other Annie might come on. Okay, so today is all about, Tea with Nan is all about heal your past self. Now, this is quite a good one. I mean, it's one of my favourites so far. I've only made it up last week. Hi, Dale. Nice to see you, darling. So I made this up a couple of weeks ago. I invented it, brought it to the foreground because I thought people need to have a way of healing themselves from their past. And at this moment, we have lots and lots of things going on. We find we're evolving and changing in every area of our lives. People are situations, work, planetary things, world affairs. Everyone is changing because of these things, and it's invoking lots of feelings that coming up from the bottom of our emotional pond. Oh, thank you, Annie. That's lovely. She's going to listen later. Oh, lots of love to you. So, okay, we're all reacting and growing and evolving from these situations around us. And Angela as well. Happy hugs, darling. So we're all evolving from these things around us, and we have to be mindful of the things that are triggering us. Like I talked about a couple of weeks ago, I did a talk about triggers, life triggers, and that was on the 21st of the 8th. So if you want to look at that again, perhaps this is going to link beautifully with life triggers, okay? And that was with the Tea with Nans on the 21st of the 8th, 23. And you can find that on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. I'm talking about how I gave a story on that particular talk, how something invoked a feeling in me that I didn't even know was there, a memory, something that was negative that I needed to change and heal. So today is more about that, but on a much deeper level and much more controlled. So this is going to be something that you don't just react to, that something happens, you hear something, you feel something, you react and you heal from that, which is very good. Very handy. It can make you realize that things have been laying dormant inside you for a very long time. So how about we take mindful intention and we think, right, instead of just letting those triggers be there and we heal them from that, we can do that. But how about we mindfully tell ourselves we're going to go back to a situation, something that's been physical, emotional, mental situation, something that's made you feel sad or lost or negative, or something that's made you feel not so good. You know, it could be a childhood event, it could be yesterday, it could be last week, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be in order. But if we can just pluck out, if you like, one thing to heal, doesn't have to be a big thing to start with if you don't want, but it can be a very good exercise, and it will lead you on to more courage to change and to heal yourself on a very deep and lasting level. It's working for me. I'd like to share that with you. I'd like you to have that experience. So I have something, if you could be objective for a moment. Oh, hi June, it's nice that you've joined us. Happy hugs to you, my darling. Basically, what we're going to do today is talk about how we can use this and the practical way of doing this, okay? So I can think about last week, or I can think about, give myself as an example, it's much easier. It could be last year, it could be 10 years ago when I had an event going on, or a challenge or a situation that I probably needed more support, or I needed more help with, or healing with. We all need to heal ourselves. Every single one of you and me, everybody needs to heal ourselves on some level, because as much as we have those experiences and they're great for us to grow. Morning, Pat, or sorry, afternoon. Nice that you've joined us. As much as we've really evolved from those challenging situations, and we all have to have them, we can heal ourselves equally at the same time. So as we evolve and grow, we can heal at the same time. So setbacks, you know, we need to look at those and think of, well, if I could go back with a magic wand or a time machine. Imagine you have a time machine and you're going to go back to that person that you were. And I gave a small reference to that, as I say in that live triggers. But imagine if you can go back to that situation, look at yourself and give yourself the healing, the support. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Get pen and paper handy, because you can write these sentences out that I'd like you to say to yourself when you go back and do this. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Last week, it's just a random one. Last week I had an accident, fell over, winded myself, hurt my back and gave myself concussion. Can you believe it? So it's been quite painful, but I'm more or less over it now. And I'm feeling very positive about it. There's been lots of good stuff come from it as well. Lots of Pollyannas, as I like to say. Look them up in the blue Nan Talks if you want to know more about that on my website. And you'll find those on the Chakra Man. Just click onto the blue and you'll see what Pollyannas are. But basically, positives come from negatives. And so I'm very happy about those positives. But what did I do? I thought, I know, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at myself on the ground. I thought I'd broken ribs. I'm going to look at myself on the ground and I'm going to see myself and I'm going to hold my own hands and I'm going to look into my eyes. Okay, it's like you've got a time machine. You can go back and do this. And I'm going to say these words to myself because at that time I desperately needed them. I didn't know what I'd done. So I am here to support you, is what you say. I am here to heal you from this. Very powerful. I am here to love you. Well, that's support, isn't it? That's healing. That's nurturing. That's going to give you everything you need. Right then and there, you're kind of going back to yourself, holding your hands. Or give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug in this imaginary thing. Go back, look at yourself in the eyes, hold that person that you are, and give yourself those words. I am here to support you. I am here to heal you from this. Very powerful intention. I am here to love you. What more could you ask for? It's like a parent holding a child when the child has fallen over. And this is what you need to give to yourself. It's a very, very nurturing thing to do. And as a byproduct of that, of course, you're going to feel great, aren't you? You're going to feel there's hope, or there's a good feeling goes around that. And I do feel better from it. But that's just a physical thing, okay? Supposing I went back to a time, I don't know, a challenging time as a child or an adult. Relationships are a good one, aren't they? When perhaps you felt desperate or sad or rejected or abandoned, all those feelings around relationships, those negatives that could go around that, you might want to go back to yourself at a particular moment, randomly if you wish, and hold your own hands. Hold your hands, look into your own eyes. Oh, hi, Kerry, nice that you're here. Good timing. You can get the most important part of today's talk. So look into your own eyes, hold your hands, tell yourself these words, you know, offer supportive words, other supportive words. It might be, you've done the best you can. You're doing really well. You can get over this. You're strong. You can give yourself those words, holding your own imaginary hands, looking at yourself in the past. Telling yourself it's okay, you can get through this. Now, I've given this exercise to, obviously I've used it myself, and I've used it several times actually. One of my clients last week, I was teaching her how to do it, and I decided I was going to go through a few more with myself that popped up from the bottom of my imaginary pond, if you like. Imagine your feelings and thoughts at the bottom of your pond, like a subconscious, and you don't know they're there, of course, until life kind of stirs this pond up. And up comes your feelings and maybe a memory, something that you've kind of ignored or you thought was gone. And so I just did this with her. As she did it, I did it. I said, okay, this is really easy. And the more you do it, the better and easier it becomes. So I was able to look at some of the things that I thought as a parent I could have done better. That's something that a lot of parents do feel. They don't realise they're very good parents, and perhaps they chastise themselves or judge themselves over something. Maybe you need to go back to that point where you thought, I didn't get that bit right. And willingly just go back to it, mindfully. You're in control here when you do this. And you hold your own hands and you give yourself compassion, support, kindness, words to suit that whatever you feel you needed at that time, you can give yourself those words, those feelings, and then perhaps add the ones I've given you here. I am here to support you, because that's the most thing we need when we're suffering some feeling of loss or abandonment, or all those other feelings that come with the negatives of a relationship. Could be other things. I'll get to that in a minute. But relationships are just a good one to go over for now. So it could be something that's holding you back, the confidence, because perhaps you don't have confidence, or perhaps you've been scarred with things around you as a child or situations. Go back to that situation if you're brave enough and hold your own hands. Hi, Ellen. Lovely that you've joined us, darling. Really nice to see you. Happy hugs. So go back to that part of yourself. Don't be afraid to do that. You've got the power in the moment right now. Go back to a time when you think, I really could have done with a bit more support there, or I could have done with less judgment. Perhaps you were judging yourself over a situation or a decision you made, maybe. So go back to that and look at yourself in the eyes. Imagine you can do that, holding your hands, giving yourself support, telling yourself you did the best with what you had, or everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, you'll get through this. Maybe just those simple words would help you, because what happens is you're making yourself feel better now. You're feeling better on all different levels, physical, emotional. You're in control. All these chakras, all these little areas here of emotion and physical self are going to be a bonus to them. But also, it's almost like we've traveled back in time in reality, and it ripples through, if you like. If you can just go back to that time, you've taken it out of your soul's experience. You've healed it. You're nurturing yourself with that. And that's going to have an effect on you now. So whatever you need from that time, whatever you needed, go back and give it to yourself in words, and give yourself that hug. Give yourself that support, like a parent gives a child support. And maybe you didn't get that as a child. Give it to yourself now. It's never too late. You can do whatever you wish. It's your child, your choice. You're in control here. And if you keep doing this, every thought, every feeling that comes to your mind, every memory, a memory might come back and you might think, oh, I wish that had been different. Go back and heal it. Hold yourself. Give yourself that experience, and it will have an effect. You'll feel, I put it on my board here, but you'll feel like someone's put helium in your emotional balloon, and you just feel free from that. You'll feel free on lots of levels because you're healing. And even if you don't know how that's going to be healing, just using those words is a good intention. It's a good thing to say to yourself, and your mind is listening. It believes you. So when you're saying, I'm healing you, what level are you doing that on? Well, it doesn't matter. Heal. Healing's good. You see, you need to heal yourself, and then you'll be an influence on other people. You can heal other people once you've healed yourself, quite often. And then often, as an influence, you'll heal your world, because collective consciousness will be involved. So as you work on yourself, every time you do this exercise, you will help your family, your friends, people around you, people you work with, your world. It's a really lovely thing to do, and necessary right now, because we have so many things we have to address. And John, my dear cousin, nice you've joined us. There's happy Monday hugs to you. You and me and everyone on here need to go back to situations where we can look ourselves in the eyes. Imagine a time machine back there holding you. I know I've said this before at the beginning, but this is really interesting. Go back with this awareness right now, with this wisdom you have right now in this moment, with this love, with the intention. And intention is everything. Go back and heal you. Of course, it's good for your heart chakra as well. I'm always going on about the chakra man here, but if you boost this energy with this intention, support, healing and love is all here. Well, that means that your immune system is going to be better. And now we all need that as well, don't we, right now? But can you imagine if you're healing yourself and you're feeling that love, you're naturally going to be a good influence on people around you. People will like being with you. It will be easier. All your relationships will be easier as well. So you see yourself looking at a situation from the past. You do something about it. And that action is going to do you the world of good, and it will show its dividends, I promise you. You're healing yourself on a physical, emotional level. On a mental level, maybe you went through something that you thought, I really needed some help there on that mental level. Perhaps you weren't yourself. Maybe you'd lost yourself. And one of my, a few of my clients and friends I've done this with, and I've seen them, perhaps they were depressed, or they felt really bad about a situation. They didn't know what to do, and they felt lost. One particular person I'm thinking of, I taught him how to go back and to reach in to hold his own hands and to make him feel that there was hope and that it was all going to be okay, and to say, I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to heal you from this. I'm here to love you. It's all going to be okay. Because of course it's going to be okay. You're talking from this now point. And whatever that situation is, you're in a powerful position to offer that to your past self. So it's a way of cleansing and grounding yourself from the setbacks in life. It's a way of giving yourself love from self-judgment. Maybe you judged yourself on something. Maybe you need to get away from that. So be aware of what's coming up to the surface of your pond, if you like, in everyday life. Right now, we're being invoked to we're being stimulated to change, to grow from our situations around us. As I say, world affairs, things around us, family events. We are growing inside. Everyone feels it. So why don't we use this? Why don't we use that stimulus around us that's make us go, oh, I don't want that, or I don't want that. That might remind you, that feeling might remind you of another time in your life where you didn't feel in control, or you didn't feel safe, or you didn't feel what you wanted to feel from something, a situation around you. So go back. It might be anything at all. So say childhood, adulthood, work, family. It could be anything. Go back and support yourself with this and heal yourself on a deep level. It works, and it works first time for me on a lot of these issues. I've gone back over different things and randomly just allowed those thoughts of, oh, I wish I could change that. I wish I could take back time and go and change that situation and rub it out like a rubber, or a magic wand to change the ending of that or this. I wish I'd done more of that. Go back to that self and give yourself that. It's okay, you did the best with what you had. Things will work out from there because you're giving yourself that support. And it's really lovely as you spend perhaps about 20 seconds or more just allowing that love to heal you, because it will heal you. It will heal that situation. It will give you kind of closure on it. That's something I found. And another person I did this with, she was able to, although it was painful to even look at, she was able to feel the huge result from giving herself that love right there and then. 17 seconds, locking that feeling into herself from that memory, was allowing her the courage to look at another memory that was kind of closely linked with that. And another memory came up, another thought, a feeling from that situation. So she was able to go back and unpick it, if you like. Take it. It's a bit like cleaning yourself up on a heart level. So you're just taking, as you're easing yourself into this, you'll find the courage to do more and more with that. Don't attempt too much at first, but I found only doing it once helped that situation. It didn't come back. It felt healed. So whatever I was thinking, oh, ouch, that could have been better. I wish I'd have been a different person then. Or I wish I'd have handled that situation better then. I wish I'd have given myself more love, or I needed this or that. Heal that once you're doing that. Just go back and do that. But if you find that that situation comes back again, then do it again. It's rare it comes back again, but if it does and it's a big issue, then go back and give yourself more of what we've just talked about. More supportive words. What would you say to yourself if you were your best friend? You would hold your best friend's hands and you would tell that person, it's okay. And you would find the words of support. And when you do that, you're not going back to relive it. You're going back to heal it. And whatever it is, if you're brave enough for the bigger things, that's great. But maybe start off with tiny things that you liked that last week, last year. Things maybe you felt you failed, or maybe you felt you weren't good enough, or maybe go back to that part. Parenting's a good one. As I say, quite a few of my clients need that, and myself included, of course. And it might be, as I say, a physical condition. It could be something you developed years ago and you thought, oh, I wish I hadn't got that now. Maybe go back to that time and give yourself support and give yourself the healing, because that intention of healing, we're all healers, every one of us. We can all heal ourselves and other people with intention. So if you go back and heal perhaps that condition, perhaps think, I'm going to do my best right now to go back with intention and heal that. It has got a ripple effect on now. I won't go too much into that now, but the very intention of going back will help this moment now. And you may find that that condition is eased or better. You feel much better from it, or perhaps even the condition goes away. I've seen this happen before. It's a bit like time travel. You fix it there and it ripples through to now, and now is where you feel it and see the result. So I can't really say that any clearer than that, because that is exactly what I've done on many levels. I've gone back to lots of situations and physical and emotional areas of my life, and I've helped to heal that from here. So I hope that this makes sense to some of you, but think about today. How could you heal your past self? That you deserve that. You see, nothing on the outside is going to fix that. No, not really. We try to get help from outside, and that's lovely. Maybe it's an instigation of some help or a trick, some kind of support from other people. That's lovely. But how much more powerful it would be if you could do that for yourself. How much more effective, how supportive. I mean, you have more trust in yourself if you see the result of your healing. So I'm going to repeat this. Please write it out. As you look at into your own eyes, if you can, in this imaginary going back, in this situation, I am here to support you. I am here to heal you from this. I am here to love you. It's all going to be okay. Or whatever other words you want to say that you felt you needed at that time. So find your words that you would say to yourself, like a parent to a child or best friend, okay? And John, I'd like you to do this as well, my dear cousin, because we all need to go back. We've chosen those situations on a soul level. That's another story, but we need to heal from those. And as we do that, as I say, we're more for ourselves and other people. And as a byproduct of doing that, you're going to be able to be an influence on others. Maybe you could help them. Maybe you could say, well, I've done this. Maybe reference this. Everything I talk about in here is going to be in a book one day called The Choice is Mine when I write it. And it will be something that I hope to help people on many levels. So these talks are really here to support you, to give you emotional tools so you can give yourself, be the best person you can be the best version of yourself, because you need it, the world needs it, collective consciousness needs it, everybody will feel it. It goes through, ripples like a pond. So I'm just looking over my board to see if I've missed anything out. Think to yourself, it doesn't have to be in order, just think, if you want to, just ease into this exercise. Go with something that happened last week, last year, perhaps a situation you could just get in your time machine and go back and do this. And let me know how you get on, Tell me either on my website or perhaps even better on my email, which is nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. Or on here, of course, come back on here. And maybe that would, if you have any questions about it, I can perhaps tell you more and help you ease you into this a bit more. But give it a go. It can't hurt you. If you have a feeling that comes into your mind in the day, go back to a time that perhaps that feeling was there before. And that reminds me of when I felt this, or another time in the past, or even today, this morning, if something happened, go back to that. It doesn't matter about the time frame, really, as long as you go back to that you, that sense of you, that person you are, and offer yourself these things. So I've got a very good supporting meditation I did for the last full moon on the 31st of the 8th, 23. It's going to be on my website soon when I do it today, I hope. But it's certainly on YouTube, and it's on my Facebook as well. So if you want to go back, it's called Heal Your World, but it's also about healing yourself. So you might want to go back and listen to that if you wish. As I say, it's on YouTube, 31st of the 8th, 23, Heal Your World. And share it if you like. So that's very good. And also the life triggers that I mentioned earlier are on the Tea with Nans, which is what we're doing here. And you can go to that on my website, as I say, and you can go to it on here, of course. And that was life triggers on the 21st of the 8th, 23. So I'm only giving you 2 today because that's all you really need to connect with this. You need to give yourself value enough to do this. You need to feel that you're important enough and that this is a priority. Right now, as we all evolve through the world changes, planetary changes, all aspects of our lives and changes around us, we need to be looking at ourselves to support ourselves as we support others. And I'm sure you'll agree with that. And as you do this, I promise you, the feeling of healing and support and love will help to keep your emotional balloon high. And there's nothing better than that, because you don't need outside to be happy. You need inside to be happy. And as you do this, you will feel that. So I hope you all have fun with this exercise. It's one of my favorites. I continue to use this. I will always use this actually, because we have so many things tucked away at the bottom of our emotional pond. So if they come up, if they're triggered, yes, I'll heal them. If they're not, and it's just a feeling I've got about myself, maybe holding myself back in some area, where was that before? How can I go back and take charge and heal myself from that past self? So time's marched on again so quickly. So I hope that this makes sense to you. It certainly does to me, and I'm your evidence for it. You can help yourself on all levels. Think about how you might do that, like a best friend or a parent with a child. You deserve this, and we all can benefit from it. So let me know how you get on, and join me again next week for Tea with Nan at 12 o'clock on Monday. Please share this with your friends. You never know, it might be just what they need today, friends and family. That's all I'm here for. I'm here to serve you, and it makes me happy when I do that, because if I can help just one person that's listening today, that's made my day. That's me happy. So it's a namaste moment, and I hope you all really enjoyed this. Please go over it again and again if you need to. Parent yourself, if you like, through that experience of love and healing and support. Maybe just one more time I'll say it. I am here to support you. I am here to heal you from this. I am here to love you. It's okay. Or everything's going to be all right. Or whatever you want to add to that. It could be you are strong. You can do this. Maybe that's all you need to hear. Or you will get over this. So that's brilliant. Hi, Vanda. Lovely to see you. And Jane. Lovely. Thank you, darling, for joining us. Please share this with other people. Listen to it again. And pick up little bits and, things I've said maybe you can help yourself with on a physical level, on an emotional level, mental level, spiritual level, on a world level, because you're helping everybody by doing this. So happy hugs to all of you. Lots of love. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again next week, Monday, 12 o'clock. All right. Namaste, love. Take care.